Hello, I'm Patrick Wanis, human behavior expert, PhD. Unconditional love. What is it? Well, first and foremost, it's something that we all long for. It's something that we expect and sometimes even demand of our partner. We want to be loved unconditionally. What does that mean? Unconditional love is quite simply put as love free of any conditions. That means I love you, you don't have to love me back. I give to you, you don't have to give me back. I serve you, you don't have to serve me. I love you no matter what you do and no matter what the circumstances are. I love you regardless. Of course, that's something that we all want to experience. Of course, we want to find the perfect, the ideal match, our ideal and perfect partner who will love and accept us unconditionally. However, there's a challenge with that. What could the challenge be, you say? Well, quite simply, can we love unconditionally? When you say, I want to be loved unconditionally, is it possible for you also to love unconditionally? Now, look at your own life, look in your own world, look within your own heart. Is there someone that you love unconditionally? Well, sometimes dog owners will say, my dog loves me unconditionally and I love my dog unconditionally. But let's put that aside and talk just about human relationships. Maybe if you're a parent, you'll say, I love my child unconditionally. I would die for him or her. I would do anything. All right, so if we're going to say you love your child unconditionally, do you have expectations? Can they love you or can you love them without them loving you back? If we look at adult relationships, we have even greater expectations of each other. And instead of saying, I love you unconditionally, we often use the term, we turn it back and we say, if you loved me, you would. So here's my point. We say that we want to be loved unconditionally, but can you in turn just love someone unconditionally? Is it even really possible and practical within a relationship, within the context of a marriage or a committed relationship? Can you love your partner no matter what he or she does? Now, think about that again. What does that really mean? Can you love your partner even if they cheat on you, even if they're abusive, even if they treat you poorly, even if they don't do what you want, what you hoped, or what you expected? Because if you have expectations, if you have hopes, if you have demands, then you can't say that I love that person unconditionally. The moment that you want something in return, the moment you expect something in return, then love is no more unconditional. It's now conditional. I'll love you if you do this. I'll love you when you do this. Maybe the bigger question is, can we as human beings truly love unconditionally? I'm not sure, for the simple reason that we all have needs and desires, and at the very least, we have needs. And if those needs aren't being met, then it's very hard for us to express love. So maybe we can look at another way. Unconditional love is something to be strived for. It's something that we can decide that this is what we want to express. We want to be more accepting. We want to be more understanding. We want to give love without always expecting something in return. Now, having said all of that, we can also accept that there are times in our life when we do feel unconditional love. Think about when you're holding a baby in your arms. You sense that warmth, you sense that innocence, you sense the vulnerability, and maybe in that moment you feel like you're expressing unconditional love, or you feel like you're receiving the unconditional love of a newborn baby. That also happens in relationships too sometimes, where we experience a moment of ecstasy, a true moment where in that second we feel like there's real acceptance, real understanding, and we say, I love you unconditionally, or I feel unconditional love for you, or in this moment I feel unconditional love between us. Maybe we have to accept that our goal is to love unconditionally, but we go up and down. There are times when we're human beings and we have expectations, we have demands, and we want certain needs met. Again, simply put, maybe the best goal, the best desire is to express as much unconditional love as possible. I'm Patrick Wanis, human behavior expert, PhD of patrickwanis.com.